What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. And we will be looking at the current coin market cap and DueDEX. Yesterday's video, we discussed a very interesting pattern history starting to repeat itself, but we discussed more in depth in that video regarding the potential reasons for a bullish breakout and a bearish correction to the downside. As we know, we have pretty much determined that the correction to the downside is where we decided to fall to. This was a predetermined correction. We knew about this happening. We had set up short positions just below the uptrend right here in basically regards to following the downtrend all the way down to support here. This was said in yesterday's video, and now that is exactly what happened. So I do want to discuss that this is the correction that the market needed, and that we are probably going to start pulling back up very soon. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, help out that YouTube algorithm, as well as follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, you guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the channel or crypto, you can leave them over there. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So guys, another quick reminder, as I said in yesterday's video, we are doing the Crypto Influencers $200 Bitcoin giveaway. There is a link in the description, so I highly recommend you check it out. There's really no reason at all to not join it. It's a way for me to give back to you guys, as you have been doing so to me, watching all my videos, giving me feedback, commenting on my Twitter and Facebook page, so it's pretty awesome. So this is a give back to you guys in the current state of the economy and the crypto space. Very simple, easy to enter, just comment down below. You got to be in it to win it. So definitely make sure to check it out. Otherwise, let's just jump into the rest of the episode. So I did say, like I said in yesterday's video, we were basically following a very interesting pattern. We saw that we had these 4 higher lows being reset. We figured we could potentially be breaking to the upside. Obviously, that did not happen. That's unfortunate. Obviously, we were expecting to see that bullish break, but if you actually watched that video, I was discussing that there was volume coming to the market. It's just rather figuring out which direction we break to. And as you guys know, as we've said on the channel thousands of times before, we cannot predict the exact, way the price breaks. But what we can do is predict the timing of the break and set up positions to basically capitalize off those movements to the upside as well as bearish breaks to the downside. So if you haven't already, I actually did sell off. I took my profits off of this short that happened right here because there's really no reason to be holding on to it anymore. I do think with the correction that we had, setting us almost down to oversold on Bitcoin's 4-hour chart, I do think we're going to head back up right now. So that's why I'm selling off my position. You can honestly potentially buy back in right now, expecting that we bounce off this support and head up higher. For those of you that have me on Patreon, or for those of you that don't, I have updated and will be continuously updating my positions as well as my trading advice for when I plan on buying long, selling short, leverage trading, all that stuff. That is linked in the description down below. So this way, if you guys wanted to get help, whether you're a beginner, whether you're a novice, whether you're an expert and want some other opinions, all of that is linked down below. So definitely make sure to sign up, and huge shout out to everybody supporting me on there. We're about to break 60 patrons, so that's awesome. But as you can see, the market's starting to recover right now, and I do believe we're going to start to head back up. We needed this correction, as we did see a bearish cross in the MACD, and we were fairly overbought right here. The consolidation happened, so it was really a hit or miss. Like I said, we set up positions where a conservative buy-in would happen at $7,500, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. Obviously, this didn't fill, but the great thing is we had positions set up for a short as well. So we were basically covered in either direction that we broke, and that's the amazing thing about shorting cryptocurrency. Like I said in yesterday's video, we had a position where if we broke below this uptrend, we would immediately switch to a correction to the downside, capitalize off the drop all the way down to this high-low minimum moving average, as well as this bottom support. So I actually had sold off at the support level right here. We could have sold off at this bottom support, but I actually sold off at the middle moving average because I believe that's pretty much as low as we were going to fall to. Anything less would have been, a greater position to profit off of. But I do believe flipping and, cashing out on your positions of this short is definitely something I would consider, because I don't think we're going to head much lower after that. The great thing to look at too is on the DueDEX chart here. DueDEX is the account that we use to short cryptocurrency. It was a very good position yesterday, a small drop, but still on the 4 hour, it was definitely something to profit off of when you leverage trade. But selling short was the correct move to do. The reason being is we do have this bottom right here. And as you guys can see, I do believe we're going to head up even higher. We got rejected from 2 points of resistance. As you guys can see, we do have this resistance up here within this channel. We got rejected from that, but we fell to our bottom support where this triple bottom was, and we have not broken through that. You know, we're trading at 50 on the RSI, and that looks great. The fact is we are at the bottom, and I don't believe we're going to be breaking through this anytime soon, so I believe we're going to reverse and head back up, retesting this resistance right here, and I honestly believe we're going to head up even higher. There's still higher lows being set, and I do think we're going to still continue to head up even higher, so I'd spend quite a bit of attention paying attention to this. I do believe we're going to head up a little bit higher in the next couple of hours as well as the next day or so. Same thing applies with Litecoin. Litecoin broke bearish, falling to its middle moving average. Everything was predicted. You know, guys, we were extremely overbought. We consolidated, we lowered ourselves, and now we just needed to consolidate even more, basically allowing us to create profit and to create room to head up even higher. So you can see right here, the last time we were even close to this price level was right here, and that price was at $42, and you can see when we were at $42 we were overbought. We're now currently at that same position on the chart, but now instead of being overbought, we're now at 38. So now there's plenty of room to head up even higher into the 50s to basically profit off of, due to the fact that we needed this consolidation. Now to discuss Ethereum, and then we'll look at XRP, we'll wrap it up, because XRP does have the weirdest chart, and I want to save it for the last because I do have quite a bit to talk about. On Ethereum's chart, this was probably the biggest reason why I was anticipating a correction to the downside. I mentioned this in yesterday's video. The fact was we were hitting our middle moving average on the daily, and we were not breaking through it. You know, the longer we hang out above or below, these usually tell us that we're going to reverse. If we bottom out here, consolidate, there's a good chance we'll reverse upwards and vice versa. So the fact that we hit this and had almost 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of resistance from here, the fact that we were not able to break through it gave me reason to believe we're probably going to consolidate. But as you guys can see on the Ethereum chart with this uptrend right here, there is still room to fall. I don't think we will. I think we'll consolidate out a little bit more, eventually retesting the uptrend, and then we'll head up higher. But we look great. You know, I don't think we're going to be falling much lower. You can see that on this uptrend, we are scheduled to correct back to the upside soon. So basically profiting off of this short would have been great, and then get ready to cancel your or close your positions, take your profit, and get ready to switch long, because I do believe once we hit this uptrend, we're going to see another spike in the price. So to wrap up today's video, I do want to talk about Ethereum. To talk about XRP. So as you guys know, XRP has been probably one of the most interesting things to chart. So, you know, flashback a couple of days ago, we had this uptrend that we were following. We got sandwiched between the resistance at 18 cents. Eventually we broke bullish. We anticipated if we were to, you know, blow through our resistances at the 18-cent level, there was a good chance we would hit our 20-cent resistance and then consolidate back down. So here's where I was wrong, and I admit I was wrong. Yesterday, we anticipated that if we were to break this resistance, which is what I was expecting, I wasn't expecting us to break through it. We actually fell below. I thought we would fall back down to the support. We didn't do that. We actually fell below the support. And that's why I think things are a little bit interesting for XRP. It's because I did not anticipate us to break this support and now start to act as a resistance. So that basically opens up a whole new can of worms. So obviously we do have our support now at 18 cents and we have our resistance at 20. There's a good chance for the remainder of the next couple of days, if not the remainder of April, we'll probably see more of a consolidation in between here rather than an immediate, you know, spike to the upside, because we really don't look like we're following any sort of trend. We have to create a new trend that could eventually set us up for higher moves. But ultimately for right now, I mean, we did just bottom off of this bottom support here. I think this is the lowest the coins are going to fall to. I don't think we're going to see any lower corrections. The coin market cap looks good. Top 10 cryptos all seem to be okay. We did have this drop. That was the anticipation. What's odd too, as you can see on Bitcoin, we didn't really drop much. Even though we're down like 6%, we're literally trading sideways on most of these cryptos. Even you can see the chart looks great here, but we're down 13%. ultimately, we don't look bad. We really don't. You know, this is a 4-hour correction. When you scale us back to the daily, you can see it's really not that terrible. We do have this uptrend clearly that's forming on Litecoin, which I have not noticed because I've been looking at the 4-hour for quite a while, but you can see we look great actually. And I do think that there's an uptrend resistance actually forming right here with a resistance at $46 and a support right here. There's probably going to be a little more consolidation like this as we get sandwiched in between here. And then obviously the same thing might happen as we happened here. We're either going to figure out as we head up to the $46 region, a break to 50 or a correction back down to 39. But that is going to wrap up today's episode. That is definitely an interesting chart to pay attention to. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter, and remember to get involved, sign up. It's free for the raffle for the $200 Bitcoin. The link is in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.